Hi everybody and welcome to today's video. Today we will be talking about why Berryz Kobo was the best idol group to ever exist. This video is also going out on March 3rd, which is Berryz 20th anniversary, which is insane to me. But I wanted to create this video for people who don't know about Berryz, who want to know more about Berryz, and to discover some of their songs, their history, and what the members are doing now, which is the big question that everyone has. This type of video will be me talking and then video clips and then just straight up video clips, so if you guys don't like that type of stuff, I'm sorry, but timestamps will be in the video description if you guys want to skip to a specific part. So yes. And if you're new to this channel, hello, my name is Emily. I have been a Hello Project fan for over 15 years, and Berryz Kobo was the first idol group that got me into J-pop when I was 8 years old. So Berryz means a lot to me, and I'm very excited to show you guys this video. But with that, let's talk about Berryz beginnings, because we can't really talk about the history as a group before we talk about the beginning. In June 2002, a new audition was held for Hello Project. This was called the Hello Project Kids Audition. 27,958 applicants applied, where they were asking for kids ranging from kindergarten all the way up to middle school age. On June 30th, 2002, on Hello Morning, which is Morning Musume's TV show, 15 young girls were chosen.
ここに来ている15名合格です。全員合格です。
And now here are the Berryz Kobo's members' auditions for the Hello Project Kids.
背は低いけど歌声はパワフル。清水咲ちゃん、小学5年生。
元気な歌手になりたい。
目指すは大好きな後藤真希。須藤真麻ちゃん、小学4年生。
よろしくお願いします。よかったら言いたいです。
大人っぽい顔立ちが魅力。夏役みやびちゃん、小学4年生。
カルプロジェクトに入りたいって言って
タレントさんじゃないんですかっていうぐらい可愛くないね。
家族の前で歌の練習は欠かさない。西村舞葉ちゃん、小学4年生。
すごいね。
言われんだ。お父さん歌うまい。個性あふれる小学4年生から6年生のみんな。注目の小学1年生から3年生のみんなはこちら。とびっきりの負けず嫌い。うまいゆりなちゃん、小学3年生。
歌とお芝居です。ダンスも負けたくないです。
かわいい歌声が魅力。嗣永桃子ちゃん、小学5年生。
自分の精一杯の力を出すから、みんなにそこを見てほしいです。
歌も、そして運動も大好き。徳永ちなみちゃん、小学4年生。
何万人の人の中でもし合格したらすごいなって思います。
つぶらな瞳がチャーミング。菅谷梨紗子ちゃん、小学2年生。
ローラースケートで遊んでて。
実は外で遊ぶことが大好きな女の子。
For the first couple of months, the kids mostly participated on Hello Morning, did some background stuff, and they were also background dancers for a couple of TV shows and movies. Later in the same year, Massa and Risako became members of 4Kids and participated in Mini Money the movie, while the others participated in the other Morning Musume movie.
7月の暑い中、初めての映画のためにロープロジェクトキッズのみんなが集まりました。 と前までの普通の女の子。ドキドキドキドキ、ドキドキドキドキ、緊張してみんなとっても静か。これから何が始まるのか全然わかんないんだもんね。無理ないよね。東京からの転校生、真央役は嗣永桃子ちゃん。ダンのために頑張り続けるチカは清水咲ちゃん。愛を演じた夏焼みやびちゃんも。
まずちゃん
チカちゃん。
かな役の徳永ちなみちゃんもみんな素顔は優しい女の子なんですよ。ダンの小屋作りに駆けつけたのは熊井ゆりなちゃん演じるひかる。そして石村舞葉ちゃんのゆかりでした。
Their first recording and PV shooting as a group was for Gambache in 2003, which was their first single where everyone got to dance and participate and sing in their first song completely as Hello Project Kids. A year later, some of the members were placed in bands led by more Miyabi members. Miyabi was selected to be in A, while Saki and Momoka were selected to be in ZYX. Both units were short-lived and only released 1 to 2 songs. During this time as well, the Hello Project Kids also toured all over Japan, participating in their own fan club events. In January 2004, Berryz Kobo was first announced at a club event on January 14th. The name Berryz Kobo, which means Berryz Workshop, had the idea that all of the Hello Project Kids would eventually be participating with a rotating lineup. Eventually, that idea was dropped, and the original kids stayed the same, and the remaining 7 other girls ended up forming their own group called Cutie, and that is another topic for another day. The official Berryz Kobo lineup consisted of, from left to right, Saki, Massa, Risako, Yurina, Momoka, Chinami, Miyabi, and Maha, with Saki being the leader, also known as Captain. At this time, all of the Hello Project Kids continued practicing singing and dancing together, at which times it was very hard for them as they were both inexperienced singers and dancers.
頑張ってください。自分たちでちゃんとやってたと思ってるんでしょ。
真剣にやっていたのでもっと真剣にやるから教えてください。
そうそう、それは真剣にやったね。それ自分でも頑張れる？大変だよ。
During this time, Berryz were preparing to debut.
厳しいレッスンが進む中、メンバーに疲れが見え始める。
During the dance shot recording of their first singles, Momoka on this day wasn't feeling very good and she felt like she was going to pass out, but she persevered and got through it. Even at such a young age, she showed her true professionalism as becoming an idol at such a young age. On March 3rd, they released their first single, which was They promoted their song on TV shows such as Music Station, Hello Morning, and Yutaban, becoming one of the youngest performers to ever perform on either show. What's pretty rare about this single in particular is that they did not debut with an indie single. They full out promoted with their first single, and this single actually sold 15,315 copies. On the first week of sales on the Oricon chart, the single placed 18th. Not even to a month after their first single came out, the girls are already back in the studio practicing for their second single, which would be released the next month. On April 28th, their second single, Fighting Pose Iwagacha Janai, was released. This was Berry's lowest selling single. On June 9th, their third single, Piri to Yuktoa, was released. On July 4th, they released their first studio album, First Cho Berryz. From July 17th through August 1st, Berryz performed in their first ever concert tour with the Hello Project 2004 Summer Dawn performances. From July 17th through August 31st, Saki, Momoka, Chinami, and Miyabi participated in the movie Promised Land Clover's Great Adventure, which was screened for a limited time at Odaiba's Adventure. On August 10th, Berryz participated in their first solo tour alongside W in the 2004 Summer First Concert Tour, W Standby. A fun fact about this tour is Berryz Kobo lip-synced the entire performances because they were still pretty inexperienced to sing. On August 25th, their fourth single, Happiness, was released. On November 10th, their fifth single, Koi no Jubaku, was released, and this was their highest-selling single. It achieved 13th place on the Oricon chart. However, this would soon be defeated when next year came. So if you lost count of everything they did in 2004, they released 5 singles, released their first album, and participated in movies and concert tours. All while the group's average age was less than 12 years old. These girls were busy. In 2005, Berryz were continuing to practice and sing, and they were getting ready for their next single, but all of the Berryz members didn't know how big this next single was going to be. On March 30th, 2005, just 1 year short of their debut anniversary, Berryz released this. Special Generation became Berryz Kobo's highest-selling single yet. It reached number 4 on the Oricon daily chart and 7 on the weekly chart. It sold 24,449 copies, breaking all of the records before. This would become one of Berryz Kobo's most iconic and memorable songs. On May 20th, they released their first photo book album titled Berryz Kobo. On June 8th, they released their 7th single, Nachiwa Koi o Yattawa You Know. It was used as the ending theme for the anime Patirowa Sayuki. In mid-June, they performed their first solo concert tour, which was titled Berryz Kobo Live Tour 2005. The girls were still pretty inexperienced enough in performing some of the songs that some of them were still lip-synced. On August 3rd, they released their 8th single, Choinwon Maji no Cinderella. This song was also very cutesy if you look in the dance. They pretend like they're Cinderella sweeping and stuff, and the song is very like a doo-woppy 50s type of vibes, but it's really cute. In mid-September, they performed their second and last joint concert tour with W. Unfortunately, this would become the last single for Maha because on September 11th, it was announced that she was going to be graduating from Berryz Kobo and Hello Project to focus strictly on her studies. On October 2nd, Maha graduated from Berryz Kobo and Hello Project. Her graduation took place on the last night of their graduation song Bapa Mantene was actually included in Berry's first album, which is kind of surprising anyways, but it became one of Berry's most iconic songs, and it makes me cry every time I listen to it. On November 2nd, Berryz released their second studio album, and on November 22nd, they released their ninth single, Gag 100 Kagabai Aishire Kurasu. It was their first single without Maha, and I think the most memorable thing about this song is the amount of Momoka love in it. A lot of fans dub this as Momoka's solo song because of the amount of solo songs she sings. This song was also used as a main theme for a movie. On March 29th, Berryz Kobo released their 10th single, Jurikiku, which ranked number 6 on the Oricon chart, which broke their previous record. On June 5th, they released their third mini-album, and then they continued their year by releasing 2 more songs, which was Walacha Your Boyfriend and Munasani Scarlet. In November, they started their first stage play and their first stage performance as a group. In 2007, in February, Berryz Kobo made national headlines after it was announced that they would be holding a concert at Saitama Super Arena on April 1st. Tickets for the 2 performances sold out 2 months before the concert, and a total of 20,000 seats were sold. At this event, they became the first group to perform in the arena whose average age did not exceed 14 years old. In 2007, they released 3 singles and 1 album. At the end of the year, they performed at the 58th NHK Kohaku Yuta Gatsen as a part of a special group with Mori Musume and Cutie. In 2008, Berryz Kobo released 3 songs, Genghis Khan, Yuki Yuki Monkey Dance, and Mayday, and they also included 1 more album. Genghis Khan, however, I feel like a lot of people don't know was actually a cover song. Here is the original. now, Berryz cover. In 2009, on January 14th, they released their first Best of album, which was Berryz Kobo Special Best, Volume 1. Also this year, they released 3 songs, and during one of their concert tours, they celebrated their 100th concert. In 2010, they released 3 songs and 1 album. One of the songs, Tomodachi wa Tomodachi Nara, was a tribute song to graduate member Maha. In 2011, they released 3 singles and 1 album. They also did a lot of collaboration singles with other members of other Hello Project groups. In 2012, they released 3 songs and 1 album. At this time, both Berryz and the other Hello Project group Cutie released an album with 2 songs that really didn't make any sense. It wasn't until one of the fans pointed out that if you put both of these songs together, they mixed perfectly. It became a group collaboration song. In 2013, they released 3 singles and they released their 9th, which was their final album. On May 19th, it was announced that Berryz will be holding their first ever concert tour at Nippon Budokan on November 29th. The concert was attended by all Hello Project members, and Cutie and Berryz had a special moment where they talked about their pre-debut days and showed pictures of them when they were first announced. In 2014, they released 3 songs and they released their second best album. The B-side for the song was a tribute song for the group for enduring 10 years of their life. On August 2nd, during the Hello Project 2014 summer concert tour, which was being held at Nakano Sun Plaza, Saki announced that Berryz Kobo would be going on a hiatus at the conclusion of their spring 2015 tour. For over a year, the members had discussed the future of the group, and they all came to the mutual conclusion for a hiatus in order to achieve their own personal goals.
ベリーズ工房は来年の春をもちまして無期限の活動停止に入ることになりました。1年くらい前からメンバー同士何度も話し合ってきました。そうですね、もうみんな20歳を超え成人をした今。
On November 12th, Berryz Kobo 36th and final single, Romance no Katsu and Toiwa Yuyuto was released. This is Berry's highest selling single of all time, selling over 80,791 copies. On its first week, it sold more than 50,000 copies, and this is the only Berryz Kobo single to break into the top 100 yearly Oricon chart, slotting in at number 76. On January 21st, 2015, Berryz Kobo released their third best album and their last album overall. This is the final compilation box. It includes all of their A-side songs, their B-side songs, and some unreleased songs. This is a 6 CD disc set. It's a must get for a Berryz fan. If you want to know more about Berryz Kobo, I highly recommend you get this. Berryz Kobo's last but not official song was also released on this album. It was titled Love Together, and a couple weeks later, the music video for this was released. On March 3rd, Berryz Kobo held their last concert before they went on hiatus. The concert title was Berryz Kobo's Last Concert 2015 Berryz Kobo Ikude. Other than Momoka, all of the other remaining members graduated from Hello Project. And I'm sorry I don't have any concert clips of this concert. I am still in the mental state where I cannot even watch clips of the concert, so you're just getting the DVD box image. If you guys want to look for the concert, you can look it online. So now that you know all about Berryz history, the question is, so why was Berryz the best group to ever exist? Well, first, let's talk about Berryz B-side songs, which, in my hot take, I think Berryz have some of the best B-side songs to ever exist, and I think that their B-side songs are sometimes better than the actual A-side song itself. So here's a compilation of some of my favorite B-side songs. Okay, now that we've talked about Berryz beat-side songs, let's talk about what else makes Berryz so great. Next up would have to be their album songs. Berryz have such a good discography of album songs, so I picked out my favorite song from each of their albums. Now, let's talk about each of the members and their own individuality. First off, let's talk about Saki, also known as Captain. She grew up in Kanagawa, Japan. And a couple fun facts about her: she was the shortest member of Berryz Kobo until Momoka beat her. And she's also known for being an extremely really good dancer. You guys should check out some of her later videos of her dancing. She is so good. Like, you could see how much she has grown from when she was so small to now. It's insane. Also, Saki is the oldest member of Berryz. Next is Momoka, who was born in Chiba, Japan. A fun fact about her is her surname is incredibly rare. Only 30 individuals share the same surname. And another fun fact about her is her family was really poor when she became a Hello Pro Kids member, so every year on the anniversary of when she debuted, her family celebrates it. Also, Momoka was probably like the most popular member. She was known for a very cutesy voice, but she could also hit those high notes. And she was very known for her signature pose, which was her pinky in the air. And she also had her own solo song, Yudoshi Yan. You guys can look it up if you want. Next up is Chinami, who was born in Kawasaki, Japan. She's known for her one-shot gags and dressing up in her iconic fish suit, especially at concerts and festivals and events. She is the most super funniest member of the entire group. You guys can look at some videos, but she has kind of like a subtle voice, and it's very unique, and I really like it, and Chinami is like one of my favorite members. Next is Massa, who is from Tokyo. Other than singing and dancing as a member of Berryz, Massa is also well known as her portrayal of actresses, as she's done many musicals. Massa is also known of being a fan of many mangas and animes. And she is the first member to get her driver's license in Berryz. Next up is Miyabi, who was born in Chiba. Miyabi is also well known as being a fashionista, as she is really good at coordinating clothes and outfits and stuff. Miyabi is also a crazy good vocalist. You guys should hear some of her solo songs. She is such a good singer, and she is just the perfect queen. Next up, we have Yurina, who is from Kanagawa. Yurina is currently the tallest member of Hello Project in all of their history. She is 5 feet 11 inches, which is unusual for a J-pop idol to be that tall. I feel like, though, Yurina tends to get really overlooked in Berryz just because of how tall she is. She is such an amazing singer and dancer, and she is the total, like, all-stars out of everything. Last but not least, we have Risako, who is also from Kanagawa. Risako is also the youngest member of Berryz Kobo. Risako is well known for her unique singing voice. She can actually hit like one of the high notes, but her voice is very unique. It's definitely not like other idols' voices, and she was known as like the main vocal of the group. Okay, but now we have to bring up the point which I and you may have noticed that I have missed a couple of songs and collaborations. But here's the time I'm going to talk about it now. So through 2009 through 2011, Berryz Kobo sang for various different animes openings and endings. Here are a couple of their songs. Ozuki Boy Wow was the ending theme song for the anime Ikusama 11. Also used on the anime was Dakishimete Dakishimete and Seishun Bus Guide. Now let's talk about, did Berryz Kobo ever go overseas? Well, yes, they did. In 2008, their first overseas performance was in South Korea. They represented Japan on the Asia Song Festival 2008. In 2011, they performed at SakuraCon held in Seattle, Washington. And in 2012, they performed at Anime Next that was held in Somerset, New Jersey. In 2013, they held their first concert tours in Bangkok and Taipei. In 2014, they were invited to Japan's Expo's 15th anniversary, which was being held at Paris, France. Their last overseas concert tour was in 2015 in Bangkok. What I did not have time to mention and to add was Berryz Kobo were very active in also doing their own self-musicals, such as Thank You Very Berryz and other activities as well, but I feel like this one I really need to talk to you guys about. In 2014, a movie titled The One Ticket came out in Thailand. This movie was about a 30-year-old single father who was struggling to look after his 7-year-old daughter when they tried to go and find a rare Berryz Kobo concert ticket for his daughter. This was a national movie in Thailand. Okay, by this point you should be totally caught up on everything Berryz, so now the question remains, where are the members now? After Maha left in 2005, she returned to schooling for a year. There was a rumor that the reason why she left Berryz was that her junior high school didn't allow her to work as an idol, and this was later confirmed. In later years, she was seen working at her father's eel shop, and in 2014, she signed under Oscar Promotion, which was her first time back in the entertainment industry since 2005. But in 2015, she ended up leaving the agency and completely retiring. There is not much known about Maha. Currently, she doesn't have any social media, and we just suspect that she is living her best life. After Berryz Kobo's last concert, Saki ended up staying with Hello Project. She became an advisor. She helped with a lot of Hello Pro Kenji stuff, becoming a mentor, and she also helped in the formation of Tsubaki Factory, which is a sister group to Berryz Kobo. She helped in the formation of picking the members and announcing big announcements at concert events. In 2020, it was announced that she had passed her certification to become a certified dietary education instructor. In 2021, it was announced that she had married someone who was a non-celebrity, and at the end of November, she was going to be retiring from the entertainment business. Her last event was held on November 23rd, which was a fan club event. It was called Saki Birthday Event Bye Bye Matane, which was her last entertainment industry activity. Then on November 30th, she officially left JP Room, and she also left M-Line Club. Currently, Saki is doing her own thing. She has no active social media. She's just doing her own thing, living a married life as happily as she should. After Berry's last concert, Momoko was still active in Hello Project, being the only Berryz member who still promoted. She was concurrently already a member of the group Country Girls, which was a spin-off of the old Country Girls that Hello Project had in the early 2000s. She was just manager at the time, but she became a full-on member at this point. However, in 2016, it was announced that she was going to be graduating from Country Girls and Hello Project, and she was planning on retiring from the entertainment industry because she wanted to fulfill her purpose, was to become a teacher, as she had just graduated in 2014 with a college degree, and she really wanted to become a teacher and focus on that full-time. On June 30th, 2017, Momoko officially retired from the entertainment industry with her last concert, Last Life Arigato Omodachi, at an outdoor event in Odaiba. After this event, she officially retired from entertainment. Not much has been known about Momoko. Again, she has no social media. She's just living her life. It is pursued that she is currently a kindergarten or a preschool teacher right now, and she's just living her best life. After Berry's last concert, Chinami along with Saki decided to stay with Hello Project, becoming advisors. But it was announced later that year that Chinami would halt all of her activities because she was going to be going abroad to study English. In 2018, it was announced that Chinami was in New York City becoming an NBA ambassador for Rakuten TV. She also collaborated with Morning Musume member Nonaka Miki. She was the ambassador for the Cleveland Cavaliers. In 2020, it was announced that Chinami had returned back to Japan after living abroad for 3 years, publicly in New Zealand. And then in 2021, it was announced that her contract with Upfront had expired and she decided not to renew it. She had announced that she had landed a job that made use of her English skill that she had learned while studying abroad. In early 2021, Chinami got married to a non-celebrity, to someone she had known for a while, and that in 2022, she had given birth to her first child, which was a boy. Chinami is still active on Instagram, and you guys can follow her. I'll put her link in the bio. After Berry's last concert, Massa stayed with JP Room, which is a subsidiary of Hello Project, and became the new manager of the newly formed Women's Theater Club. She participated in musicals such as Weekend Survivor, Triangle, Thank You Very Berry, which was a remake of one they have already done, and others. She continued at this time also to do the fan club event tours with Saki and Yurina. After Saki left, Miyabi was replaced, and the three of them still continuously tour and do fan club event tours. After Berryz Kobo's last concert, Miyabi ended up staying under Upfront, and in July that year, the 2015 Miyabi Shin group member audition began. She mentioned that she wanted to form her own idol group back in April. On April 1st, 2016, her new group called Pink Crust was formed. 2 members debuted and they ended up transferring to Upfront Crate. In 2021, it was announced that Pink Crust would be disbanding. Miyabi had planned to stay on and continue as a solo artist. In 2022, Tagashi Ai, Rena, and Miyabi released an album titled Laugh in Peace, which features comedic songs. As of 2024, Miyabi is a part of M-Line, and she does perform at their concerts, performing mostly cover songs, but she also performs with the other members in groups and duos. Miyabi is also very currently active on social media. I will put her Instagram in the bio, and she typically posts about updates about her and stuff, and sometimes songs, so guys, you should check her out. After Berry's last concert, Yurina moved to JP Room, focusing mostly on modeling. Yurina, Massa, and Miyabi do continuously do performances together as fan club events and special birthday events. She has done quite a lot of modeling work recently, and she has been profiled at very high exclusive events. In 2023, it was announced that she had gotten married to a fellow fashion model, and she is just living her life as a model. And she is active on social media. I will put her Instagram in the link in the bio. After Berry's last concert, Risako announced that she was going to be taking a break from the entertainment industry, but she decided to stay with upfront promotion. In 2017, it was announced that Risako had just gotten married and was pregnant, and therefore her future activities would be determined later. In 2018, she gave birth to her girl, and then in 2020, she announced that she was pregnant again and she gave birth to another girl. On March 31st, 2023, it was announced that she had terminated her contract with Upfront. Her focus was now to be her family, but she said she would be liking to try something related to fashion and other things in the future. Risako is active on Instagram. I will put her link in the bio, and she does post pictures of her and just her family, just living her best life. And we have finally made it to the end of this video. If you stayed for the entire thing, you are a real MVP and a really big lover of Berryz as much as I am. So thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I apologize if it was really, really long. And also I need to apologize. I know I missed a couple songs and a couple of things are like missing. I didn't have enough time to put everything in, so please just deal with it. But I hope you guys liked this video. And if you made it this far into this video, please put in the comments what your favorite Berryz song is. So I will tell you guys my favorite Berryz song is Dekishimete, Dekishimete, and Special Generation. Those are at my top #1 spots. My favorite B-side song is, I don't really have one. I love all of them very, very equally. I feel like a lot of Berry's older stuff, B-sides, is really, really good, and I feel like a lot of people missed out. But my favorite album songs are Baka ni Shinaide, Sprinter, and Happy Stand Up. I think Berry's best album was the 5th. There was just so many good songs on that. So yeah, so that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching, and happy 20th anniversary, Berryz Kobo. We love you, and we are patiently waiting for a reunion. Please come back. We miss y'all so much.